What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from
Thank you.
Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Thank you too. I I am joined here with Dino, the genetic marvel. We got Ryan Weiss down there with the crappy ass Cleveland sign. We got Big Sniz in the house, and on the twos and threes in the background we got Greg. What up, Greg? What up,
What up,
everybody?
y'all?
Yo.
All right,
Going
so
up.
we're going to get the formalities out the way. June 18th, make sure you check us out down at the Wickyard for our people around this way. We got metal, we got comedy, $5 at the door. More details to come. Yeah, so that was the only fucking announcement. So we're going to start it off with the second most recent news of today. The turd has hit the fan. How did Dino say it? Remember today as the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Boom. Love it. Love it. Just on principle.
I haven't
Who
watched.
cares?
I haven't watched any of this trial whatsoever.
I have enjoyed the meme though.
Yes. I've been living this trial through the memes.
Yeah, I haven't watched a single bit of it either. Everything I know from memes.
But yeah. I know that right now that the turd hit the fan. $15 million. I'd have dropped a deuce on his bed too for $15 million.
No, she didn't. She got to pay that.
Oh, I know. That's the golden turd right there.
She gets $2 million.
She gets.
How's
she gets
that work?
2.
Yeah, she gets 2. So why doesn't he just get 13?
Well, I heard that she gets 2 because like her Depp's lawyer fucked up at some point. Like Depp's lawyer said something he shouldn't have said, so that's why.
Is that what it was? Like I said,
he made a derogatory remark. Apparently, I don't know what it was. Might have been Amber Turd.
Okay.
That might have been it. But
okay, so
the bitch is blowing back lines on the stand.
Okay, it makes sense now.
Sad now.
It makes sense now. So she gets $2 million. He gets 15.
Yeah.
So the original. So was the original judgment
17
$17? Or are they taking it down?
What was weird though is like he originally sued for $50 million, and then she countersued him for $100 million, and I'm like, that's so much less than what you like that's 10% of what you guys were asking for. That's so weird. Like, so you
That's
won.
How that goes. It's why you asked for the moon.
The ratings started going down. That's why.
So is he still out from Disney? Is he still out as Jack Sparrow?
I don't know about that, but she's fucking out from under Momoa's nuts. I'll tell you that.
Not yet. So,
He's
gonna rock a deuce on that trident.
It's a very niche market.
But you can sell good advertising during it.
I bet you she'll be dressing like a mermaid real soon.
Well,
so one of them Las Vegas bars.
Dude, are you guys? I don't know everybody's kid situation or anything, but does anybody remember or have kids that watched a show called Lazy Town?
No, I lived that shit.
Oh, it was this weird. It was a Canadian show actually, but it was this weird show where it was live action mixed with like Muppet type puppets. But even the live action people had very over dramatic features. Like they would give very exaggerated. Like there was like that Winona's Big Brown Beaver video from Primus. You know how the faces are. It was like that. It was really weird. But the young, sporty little girl named Stephanie on the show always had this pink little bob haircut. Well, fast forward 15 years later, she gets caught as a prostitute, still dressing up as Stephanie from the show.
Yo!
hey.
Child stars go downhill fast, bro.
I feel like if she would have went OnlyFans with that, she'd still be in the market and be a millionaire.
Before OnlyFans. This was back when, like, this shit went down when we were still, like, getting music from LimeWire.
But you said she's right now, she got busted for the shit.
No. Back then she got busted. Before OnlyFans, this happened. Remember, I got a 24-year-old, bro.
She's still a youngin' compared to mine. She's like on my third tier.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
I am both happy and sad that it's you two that are procreating. I'll be honest with you. I'm like, there's merit, but also some concerns.
Well, you know what? There should be. 'Cause I got one right now. That can't seem to make a good decision to save his ass.
You know what though? But that's being a teenager, I think, right? Like realistically, I hope they're a teenager. It's just being a young person.
Listen. Shit happened since between I left the shop and when I got the fuck home.
Yeah, that's like a 10-minute drive. That is a 10-minute drive.
It's 20. It's 20 minutes. In a 20-minute drive. Like, I mean, shit happened.
You know what?
And it's got me to the point where this is why I'm worried about, you talk about this mass shooting and all this fucking shit going on. Cops are on fucking crazy alert. And right now, they're looking for my kid. Like, I am, as a parent, have to worry about, is my kid going to get shot by a motherfucking cop?
Speaking of, I got to see if my kid got out of jail yesterday.
What?
You guys
wait. Four of my five make great decisions. They're good students. They do well. So, I mean, it was a crapshoot. One had to come out kind of
Is the one the oldest as well?
No. He's the oldest boy.
Maybe.
Oldest. I have two girls. They're the eldest.
In China,
one and two are girls. 1 and 2 are girls. 3, 4, and 5 are boys. He's the oldest boy. So he's the oldest boy, but also a middle child.
Listen, the only one that's making it into the will. That's fair.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait a second. Like, I'm going to have anything to give away.
Yeah, well.
And you know what? Fuck it. I am taking it with me.
I got $20 left. Fuck up.
I don't give a fuck what it is I own. I don't give two shits what I still own. You burn it with me. I don't give a fuck. It burns with me.
Hey, when I was a financial planner, I had a client, nicest guy in the world, and we were talking about retirement planning. He goes, "No, I don't need it that long." And I'm like, "What do you mean, man? Like, listen, private. Like, what's the deal?" He goes, "I'm spending every last penny before I go, man. I don't give a shit." And I'm like to no one, not even to like charities. He's like, "Fuck those charities, man. Fuck everybody. That's my money. I am not taking it anywhere. It's going down with me." And I'm like, "All right, guy, then let's do that plan too." I go, "That's fine. You want to do that plan? I will take you down to the penny." He goes, "I want under $10 and the government can fucking have it. I don't give a shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, no problem. Let's do it."
Dude.
God bless that man.
Dude, you should have seen the look.
But I loved it.
You should have seen the look on Ryan's fucking boss's face when Ryan was, he's doing an insurance thing. So we're going through like the different insurance policies and stuff. And the guy's looking at me and he's like, "So how do you want to die? You plan for your funeral or whatever?" "I want a Viking funeral."
Oh,
and he just looks at me. He just looks at me. He's like, "What?" And Ryan's like, "No, quit joking. No, I'm serious. I want a Viking funeral." He's like,
"Yeah.
What? Yeah, I want to be, burned on a raft and set down the river."
Can you shoot an arrow with fire in public in the United States?
I think my boy Scotty can.
Certain jurisdictions, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Stop me.
We'll get it back.
I just gotta let the arrow go. But my middle son wants to have me taxidermied and standing in his living room like this, with my hand out, so everybody gets to shake my hand when they come in.
I'd love.
Can you imagine being drunk and bumping into Dad? Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. My bad. Hold this for a moment.
I broke off Papa's thumb yesterday. You got any?
That's not Papa's thumb.
Oh.
Be like Goonies. You glued it on backwards.
I know my mom. That's my mom's favorite part.
Marco,
that's my mom's favorite part. Oh shit.
Bunch of perverts. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but that's
No,
true.
absolutely.
You should have seen the look on that man's face when I told him I wanted a Viking funeral.
Don't bring that into this, okay? Don't because listen, the look on that man's face, like you're a client of mine now, okay? That man has never had a client like that. So the look on his face was the disbelief that this was happening, and the look on my face was like, this is just another Wednesday. These are my people, for better or worse. These are my people.
That was fucking great, dude. It was great.
Uh,
All right, so I guess went from Amber Turd.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
Marco. I gotta know, before the launch of the boat, is there a meal before or is the meal afterward? There's definitely gonna be booze and whores.
There's gonna be a meal, but it's after. You're gonna cook it on the boat fire. You gotta
you can't
cook it on the boat fire. That's not.
Wait a second. Did I hear boats and hoes?
Boats and hoes! Boats and hoes!
I believe the tradition is one hoe on the boat, but
we can have multiple boat hoeing. What is the boat hoeing I'm not knowing about?
So apparently Marco wants us to put one of his hoes on the Viking boat with him as we send it downriver. That's the illegal part. That's the part where it's too far. That's the part we definitely can't get.
You're fucking up the whole funeral. You're fucking up. It's gonna be a traditional Viking funeral, and after it's done, it's gonna be a traditional not traditional Viking food.
Traditional Viking orgy where everybody gets raped.
Listen,
turkey legs and fucking ribs.
Just know that
everyone gets rubber hands though. Like
you want this like traditional Viking feud, but 100% I'm bringing my burgers. I'm bringing my salted burgers to your funeral.
I will order somebody in my will to impale you. You will be impaled.
Listen, if you want anyone to plan a meal
for that honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine planning a funeral like that where it's a Viking one? And then I'm like, listen, there's going to be multiple animals on spits burning under fire. Like that would be a whole separate. Yeah.
Not only that, there's a chance of bloodshed. Like Ryan might get impaled.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring them fucking dirty ass. You can play frisbee golf with Ryan's burgers.
You know what you could do is you could have Ryan stand in the middle of one of those, those wheels of death where they use the bikes around it, and they have to ride the bikes around the circle, and he has to just stand still. Yeah, Ryan, you could do that. You have insurance, right? You're good. How are you in stressful situations?
He's special as it is.
He's in a special situation every day.
Let the stress pay for you, sir. For once, put it out there. Let it earn you some money instead of just taking away your.
It doesn't matter what show I'm on. It's just the same. It's the same thing everywhere I go. Marco, I'm so glad I volunteered as tribute tonight. Thank you so much.
Thanks for showing up.
Hey, man. Technically, you jumped on that spear by saying, "I want to barbecue on your dead body." That's too far, man. That's weird.
Yeah. We were just talking about bringing hoes to the funeral. That's not too far. Yeah. Your dry ass burgers. That's too much.
Little cannibalistic. Like
because you're gonna fry him on his body, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I wouldn't trust that as a fryer. It's bad oils in that body. Like, it's not
no.
That's exactly why. Do you know how high everyone's gonna get at this fucking thing?
We are not doing a Viking funeral because we're outside. We're burning his body in a big ass warehouse, and everybody's gonna sit there and in fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I'll drop a grand. We'll fly in one of those ayahuasca guys, and he'll do it. We'll burn Marco and have an ayahuasca tent. We're gonna get fucked up. Double time.
Yeah, now that's what's up. And my dude Ricky will be all about that shit too.
Listen, Marco's sitting here going, "Why can't we do this while we're alive? Like, why are you guys gonna bring ayahuasca when I'm dead?"
I've had a form of ayahuasca. It's DMT, so I mean,
I am planning to do it soon.
Pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't like everybody else did. It's like there's like 11% of people, John Hopkins, fucking researcher, whatever the hell did it. 11% of the people do not feel the effects that the rest of the people get. Guess who's part of that 11%? So I'm
You're
watching people rubbing on their titties and shit. My son thinks he's in fucking Asgard somewhere with Thor and all that. And I'm sitting there like, can I have some more? Can I have a little bit more?
Marco's
I feel
100% just whipping out his drug bag in the ayahuasca tent. Like, this shit didn't do anything for me. Hold on. Let me
Here,
show you
smoke
guys.
this.
Yeah. Here, try this.
I feel like the irony that Marco's the only one that can't use the drugs that make you see God doesn't work on him is hilarious.
Yeah.
Is that just me? It's
Like I had an existential fucking conversation about that too. Like,
it's definitely like
everybody gets the spirit walk. Everybody gets to go through that door. Everybody gets to do, the whole shaman shit. I did that too. No, not this big. Not at all.
you know what? There's a good chance that it just was a bad match for you, right? Because there's different ways. Like there's the ones where you have to like stand over the leaves and shit, and that's like a 6-hour process where you're out of your fucking mind, right? Then there's the DMT just vapes where it's like, dude, it's 15 minutes and you pop back and you're like, kind of like Beetlejuice.
You know what I wanna
There's
do?
DMT you bang like dabs, dude. It's like boom right there.
I want to, those like immersion like pods, like where you float in water, it's pitch dark. Like, I want to do that shit.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
Go watch Altered
Yeah.
States. And tell me if you still wanna
Try
do
it
that.
again.
Sensory
Not only that,
deprivation.
My
Can you imagine Ryan waking
my
up
uncle came home from Vietnam. He was part of the test group that they used to fucking give all kinds of crazy ass drugs to, and they put them in deprivation tanks, and they would leave them there for hours. And they are every single one that was in that study is fucking crazy now, like fucking mental.
The biggest issue is not that with Ryan. The biggest
Yeah,
issue
but
is
see,
after you open that tank after 12 hours, the water's going to be yellow. And he peed all through that whole thing.
Listen, me and Marco are already crazy, so it might fix us. Like,
No, I don't mean like that.
No.
I don't mean like that. I don't. Oh no, like it.
Hey,
It's
it'd be Ryan
bad.
Turd after that. Ryan would drop a deuce in there for sure.
Yeah. And then he'd be talking to it because it's total dark. So you're in your mind. So you would just feel this turd hit your face every once in a while. Just boop.
Dude, they open the door. He's got it painted on his skin. He's like,
that's a solid question that I've never thought of. What do they do with that? Like, are you getting a tube up your ass? Like, are you wearing a diaper? Like, I'm against this now.
Don't shit yourself during the experience.
I'm against this now. Who used this tank before me?
I don't know, but like only some really mental people would want to go do something that the U.S. government has actually used as fucking torture against people. Like, if the government secretly uses it to torture people, I don't know. I don't think I'm signing up to go.
Well, I mean, we got game shows of going to places where people are like actually live, and we see if we can survive there.
Yeah. No, man. I did one of those. I lasted 15 minutes. And I was like, yeah, no thanks. Just get me out of here. They're like, are you sure?
On a survivor game?
Yeah, no, on one of those sensory deprivation tanks.
You did one?
Yeah. It was like for an hour. My wife did it. I did it 15 minutes, and I was like, no. They're like, no, it gets better. I'm like, listen, I don't enjoy that experience. They're like, you feel weightless. And I'm like, I'm 400 pounds. I always feel weighted, whatever the situation, okay? I am a weighted individual. It's weird shit. It makes you feel weird.
Yeah?
It's fucked up, yeah.
Closest thing I've gotten, I was in a coffin for 10 minutes. There was like this death experience, and they like blue rose smell in the coffin, and they had like you were driving and being put down into a thing. But I ain't doing that whole fucking.
That sounds like some bullshit I went to in Niagara Falls. They advertise it as having a 4D experience instead of just a 3D experience. You get 3D glasses, and they put you in these chairs that move. So as you're going along the adventure, when you get by the falls, there's these little misters in the seats in front of you, and they squirt you in the fucking face. That's your 4D. Like,
that's how you get COVID, right there.
That's how you get all kind of stuff.
I wonder if that fucking place is still open.
Not right now.
He got out.
Yeah.
He got out. He's like, "Wow, those misters were an extra touch." And the fucking people working were like, "What misters?"
There's some guy on the side just pissing on you.
Just Pee Wee Hermaning.
He's peeing on the fan. The fan's just misting it out over the entire crowd. Seems rational.
Here's your 4D experience, fucker.
Hey, outside of Clifton Hill, that's the kind of shit you have to deal with in Niagara Falls. It's a weird place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's Clifton Hill. Then there's a Great Wolf Lodge, and then
Yep.
in between that is no man's land. You're like, that's
Right.
Don't go there. You'll die.
What? That's the perfect place to go.
We've got friends that live like 4 blocks from Clifton Hill.
Depends on. Well, it's a fun
Back
place.
towards the 420.
Okay, so I remember
In a good direction.
Yeah, that's a pretty good direction. That's okay. There's there's a haunted house there. I think it's Frankenstein's haunted house, and they have all the lights are off and stuff. And they're like, hey, there are different levels. And we went into it, and everyone was just holding onto my belt, and I was walking first. And I'm like, listen, I'm willing to go as high for scariness, other than touch me. Don't touch me, because I will touch you back. And I'm like, and I'll break your arm. Like, don't fuck with me. They're like, okay, but they're gonna come close. I'm like, close is no problem. I had one guy, I could feel him like this close, and I just went, just gave him some like garlic breath right in the face, and he was like, I'm like, yeah, guy, don't. I'm scarier in the dark. Trust me, it's not.
I don't know why that reminded me of the whole Nancy Reagan conversation.
Oh, the first throat goat of the United States of America? Hell yeah.
Yeah, did you hear about that, Jared? Do you know anything about Nancy Reagan sucking cock?
Nope, can't say that I do.
I'll fill him in, Dino.
Okay, so originally, hold on, let me pull up the pictures and stuff too, because I totally forgot that I should hold on to them. Originally, there was a picture that was posted. Ah, crap, where did it go? Here, there. Madonna 63 and Nancy Reagan at 64, and essentially one picture shows Madonna in a bed like Truth or Dare style, which you're like, yeah, Madonna is a dirty lady, right? But there's also a picture of Nancy Reagan who's with her family, like a good old grandma. It's like, one of them is trashy and the other one is a classic lady. And then you find out that the first response to that tweet was from Justin. So according to Kitty Kelly's biography, Nancy Reagan was renowned in Hollywood for performing oral sex. Just Say Yes in the day when she was Nancy Davis, was known to give the best blowjob in town, not only in the evening, but in offices. That was one of the reasons that she was very popular on the MGM lot. It must have made her very popular with Ronnie as well. And so someone changed her Wikipedia. So it said, first, I do have a screenshot of that. And it says, first throat goat of the United States of America, Nancy Reagan.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Lewinsky no longer held the title. She never had the title.
Listen, it just proves that office, there's a very specific thing that you want done to you, apparently.
Yes.
Good on
The
you.
office of power. Of course.
There's a reason why the Oval Office looks like fucking the Viagra and the Oval Office look like each other.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
think that's right.
No, I don't think so either, but I'm high, so it happens that way.
That seems
So,
fair.
Sometimes it be like that.
So, I guess some dude went in today around 5-6 o'clock and went into a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and started shooting people up and shit. It's been real quiet on the news and on the media, at least for national news, because as soon as you turn on any news thing, everybody's talking about the turd. But what I find interesting is the response that Oklahoma people had. You would have thought that it would have been the response that the Texas folks had. This whole hospital, which is a lot bigger than a motherfucking school, got locked down, swarmed, and magically the guy's dead. 2 people died, and the guy who did it is dead.
Thank you.
Alright.
That's sign language for thank you.
Sorry, I know that.
Wow.
Sorry,
So,
They
kid.
do their jobs. They're actually good at it. Who knew?
I guess, I don't know. Somebody stepped on their dick over in that other one. And now I guess I found out in the midst of seeing the shit with the Tulsa thing the head police chief, whatever, who was in charge of the whole school shooting thing, just got appointed to city council
Nice.
Oh shit!
Nice.
in private. They didn't even do it in the public where it was supposed to be, in fucking private.
Well,
Hey, man. Just
You-
burn
you-
that.
That's
seed.
where all.
you hit
Come on,
with too
it's-
much at once, man. You hit with
The governor is going fucking apeshit, dude.
You can't. Hey, like these are the. This is the thing is something like that makes an entire country lose their mind, right?
Yeah,
Like
somebody
hey,
lost their shit.
let's be honest. This is one of the first times in quite some time that no one's like, "Hey, what color and this that." No. Kids died. People, government failed. People. That is a people versus government, and the government failed us. That's it,
Yes.
right? It's
Yeah.
it's if anything,
Yep.
it may be a unifying event. Sadly, right? Hearts and prayers to all the people, man. It fucking sucks. But also, fuck that cop. All those cops are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Right, like seriously, like if I saw a post, like I'm what you would consider politically, I'm really what you consider more of a minarchist. While I advocate one day for anarchy, I also realize that nobody can actually you can't just overnight poof have this no government system, right? So I'm like a realist. So I want it to be as minimal as possible. So,
Yeah.
but I follow some sites or some pages that are a little farther out than I am too. But this one guy, he made it very plain. If this thing in Texas doesn't make you a cop abolitionist now, I don't know what will. Like the Supreme Court's ruled multiple times that they do not have a duty to protect you. They are not required to put. They are not required to put themselves in danger to protect you. Because it is their job to be a police officer, and no job is allowed to require you to put your life on the line as a condition of employment.
Well, to serve and protect is a slogan, not mandate.
Slogan.
Right? It's a
Correct.
slogan. So their mandate is to keep the peace. That is the problem here. And that's why is whoever is the active problem is who will get their attention. Now,
Right.
a lot of
Dude,
times,
not only did they not go in, they were arresting parents. They were tasing parents, bro.
Yep.
which is insane.
Well, see, the other thing of it, I bet you this hospital that just happened. I haven't looked into it all yet, but I bet you
it happened.
you
At
said
5 o'clock.
what 2 minutes or some shit like that. It took them to get in there.
Oh, it was quick. It was fucking quick, dude.
Most hospitals have their own little police force
They have
No,
no
this-
police
this-
force with
This was
with-
local
with a
cops that
SWAT
came
team.
in there.
with a SWAT team. So they probably again, it's probably the fucking the guys that work there were like, yeah, no, not on our watch, and just in and out and did their
They're
job.
probably you're more than likely correct because I can see that happening in our setup here. I'm sure Cleveland is like we are. We've got our own police. Like the hospital has their own police department.
Yeah, the clinic has their own department. They've got I think 4 squad cars just there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
And I know that's how the one in Youngstown is, and they have an actual tactical response unit as well.
Yeah.
Because we're like a shock trauma kind of hospital. We're like a Baltimore as far as gunshot wounds and shit like that go. Like they bring.
Is it Marco?
Because Youngstown's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Youngstown's fucked up.
I put that on Marco's feet.
But again, it's so one precinct is broken, and in the same week another precinct is not broken, and it's like, okay, let's learn some lessons here. Nah, let's just keep doing the same shit. Whatever, it's America.
That's the problem. And even people, except for hardcore copsuckers, people are starting to not be defund the police, but they're starting to completely understand why there's a fucking frustration with law enforcement because you're enforcing the wrong shit. Fuck you and your speeding tickets. There's kids dying. Fuck you and your minor traffic fucking bullshit. There's fucking heroin dealers killing people in my goddamn city. When are you going to do something about that instead of sitting on the side of the road with a fucking radar gun?
Okay, so on that note specifically, though, realistically, when have you ever known a group of cops to not walk around like they have 18-pound nut sacks, right? Like none of this, what
Right.
happened in Texas, makes any fucking sense. That they would
It
say, you
really
know what,
doesn't.
let's just fucking hang out and wait. You're like,
Because
are you kidding
usually
me?
they're,
What cop didn't have a hard on to kill that guy? Like that's
dude,
perplexing to me. Like I had a hard on, like I'd fucking kill that guy. I'd shoot him right in the fucking dick too. Fuck that guy.
right?
Yeah, like
It's again,
weird.
we talked about it on the other show. It's the blue mentality. That was a group of cops that are like, you know what? I want to go home today. It's not my job to go in there. And okay, it's a slogan. Well, then we need to hold them to the fucking slogan because that's their whole fucking existence right there.
No, we need to realize that they are just the financial arm of the state. They are there to fill the coffers, and they are there to enforce rules that the public doesn't like.
Yeah, but that's the
Because
whole idea of minimal. Like, look, government has overstepped numerous times for decades upon decades, if not centuries, and literally has asked the people to fund their own
Fuck-ups.
Well, realistically, the police and the military should serve the people, right?
Correct.
The people should be able to say, "Hey, fuck that guy, get him out of office," and the police should go and take care of it. But they don't. Why? Because they keep the peace. Oh, you're talking too loud? Fuck, you're out. Next. And realistically, the politician is the one that gives them more money. What do you expect to happen? Every time we've seen that there's been a reliance of a money train or a faucet having to be turned on and off, and that being in the hand of a certain person, that has resulted in them having ultimate control, and whatever they want, whatever tickles their fancies, what happens. Not what's justified to the people, not what's right, what they're supposed to do. And listen, that's a scary situation. The fact is, a police officer should be trained to deal with it. Is that a good thing? No. No one should have to deal with that shit, but it's horrible anyway, right? What are you going to do?
I think whether, especially in this day and age,
I end up agreeing way too much with Dino.
If the slogan is a slogan, then that's the slogan. But that's the slogan you grew up, with. That's the slogan you keep in your head. What you become a cop for? Just to be an asshole? You got to know sometime during, especially like cops around here. You got to know at some point in time your life is going to be in danger, and so is somebody else's life. Are you going to be a coward and run, or are you going to step in front of that bullet and save that child? And you think as a man or as a police officer, fuck being a man, as an authority, you would have that, I'm going to save that kid. I don't.
But we've seen it time and time again that they don't, and it's
right. We've seen it time and again.
It's since we were kids, guys. Like we're
no, absolutely.
Like I don't know, man. I don't.
How many times, even in our own personal lives, have we been just 100% fully let down by the police? I know in my own personal situation in dealing with my son that no matter how many times I actually reached out for help and tried to do things through legal channels so that I wasn't like opening myself up to getting in trouble, right?
Yeah.
We were met with nothing but excuses and no fucking help from 3 different jurisdictions in our local area. And when he finally did get caught for curfew, no less, they gave me a fucking ticket.
It's silly, but it's fucking true. It's fucking true.
Hey, but how many times have I gone to them and asked for help, and there's like, well, there's nothing we can do. What the fuck?
So, listen, and on that point, Jared, let's be very, very clear, is that one of the things that we discussed on my show as well, and Marco, you were there for this too, was that like climate change being an issue. Yeah, no, it's not an issue. It's a choice. Why? Because for 2 months when we were all locked in our houses and couldn't do fuck all, suddenly the hole in the Arctic closed up and magically the ozone was healed. And then everyone said, hey, no, I need money. Crank up the machine again. And no, climate change, man. So in the same sense, listen, they have no real interest. I'll be honest. I've had very good times with cops because, well, I look like I'm terrifying and I have really good friends. So it worked out quite well in my situation. But like any time that I've heard of the police getting involved and I was the one calling them, that didn't go well. Every time someone else has called them has worked in my favor. So I think the truth is, listen, your life's going to suck. If you watch the police arrive, you might have a good chance. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know, man, because I'll tell you, Jared, so many people have said the same thing.
Like it is. It's the most insane thing in the world. And then, but I'll watch them sit down in a parking lot and run radar right at an intersection where it changes speed, so they know they can get people that aren't. You know what I mean? We see
that sounds like Gerard.
I was at a place. I was at a place today. I was at a place today. A diner that was closing, and the owner is in there, and he's pissed off that the cop is like on his property, just waiting for with his radar out. He's like, "This is private property. He can't be here. We should go tell him he shouldn't be here." And none of them would go do it. So I walked out, and I'm like, "Hey, just want to let you know, they're closing the restaurant, and they're gonna put the chain up." And the dude fucking left. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is a business owner. He owns this land. Yeah. He absolutely has a right to tell this police officer to get off of his fucking land, and everybody inside is scared to go do it.
Yeah. If you're so, call the cops. Oh, he's the cop. Shit. You can't police the police. Look, the fact is that the system's broken to the point where, hey, you know what? I don't want to have to deal with your fucking problems. Go fuck yourself. Oh, and by the way, here's a ticket for your trouble. Eat shit and die. Yeah.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark got to a point around here.
The system is that broken, and that's what's fucked up about it.
I mean, because not all cops are bad, but but there's quite a few that are giving bad names out there for the rest of the fucking people who do good shit. But I mean,
you know what?
It's gotten so bad.
Just lazy cops that go along. That doesn't mean they're good cops. They're not bad cops, but they're not good cops.
They're just there filling the space.
That's not okay either.
No.
Well, I think where if I got to guess, I would say where it started to get broken, and it's probably going to piss you guys off, is when we started militarizing the police and having a lot.
How's that going to piss me off? I agree with you 110%.
A lot of I think the influx of veterans to police forces is probably where this I'm going home today mentality came from. Like, no matter what,
you cannot take someone who is from the front lines of a war, who is used to shoot on motherfucking sight, and make them a motherfucking cop. You can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? They're not trained to be community police officers. They're trained to shoot your motherfucking ass, and that is it. They're trained to fucking end you. Period.
But what job can they do as quasi law enforcement, Jared? Because, realistically, there's been a lot of chatter about veterans coming home and getting jobs as security or police officers. So
get a job in construction. Get a job in a different. Get out of any kind of combat. Get out of any kind of. I don't care if that's your easiest transition. That's not the safest transition for you or society. If you're battle hardened, it's not, because all it's doing is it's going to keep you in the same mindset, and you'll never heal.
Fair point.
Because every day you leave your house, you're going to be putting on your battle rattle, and you're going to be going up against the skinnies or the Jews or the whatever fucking war you fought in. You're going to be going against that enemy every single fucking time.
I feel and the cost of sending people to fight and training them to be in a military environment is literally ultimately a mad sentence. You're going to go crazy of something. It's going to drive you. You're going to act out crazily, or you're just going to be, intolerable to be around. Right? Fuck, man. Why can't people just be thumb wars? We should decide wars with thumb wars. Just thumb wars.
But here's the thing.
Fucking weird thumb.
We've been doing it since the dawn of man, and we're never going to stop. The only thing we've gotten better at is doing it. We have become more efficient at war.
By doing it, he means killing, not fucking.
Yeah.
So.
Correct. Because that's what That's what man does. It's what we've done since. I don't care if you believe in creation or if you believe that we crawled out of the water. I don't care. If you look at everything, we have always grouped, then fought, then grown, then wanted more and more and more. And it's been a perpetuating cycle, and it doesn't end, and it's not going to, because that is our nature. People need to understand that technology and society and advancements and this and that, everything is fucking great. Comforts and doodads and gadgets and tech, all this is fucking wonderful. But you're never, ever, 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 ever going to quench what we actually are deep down inside.
Murderous
We're
wars.
what's what we are.
Yeah.
I thought we were still
I heard
talking about
somebody said-
fucking.
Mankind is not peaceful.
Someone described, they were like, you know what? Only humans would fuck up the fact that we're actually just horny electric meat and ruin it for everybody with jobs.
That's the truth. But we are. We're just horny electric meat sacks.
It's, it's a great definition. Uncomfortable, but accurate. Terrifyingly.
That's what's going to go on my ingredient list.
Horny meat
electric meat sack.
I think it's a great name for the band.
And a dash of horny.
That would be a great name for a band, the Horny Electric Meat Sack.
I love it. The Horny Electric Meat Sacks. Let's get on that. That'll be the Upside Down Studios house band.
We gotta get Scotty to stretch his sack out like he's playing a guitar.
I feel like everyone in the band has to wear one of those, those balloon costumes.
Or
that you
at
can get as Well, no, but it's going to be like a giant penis, so the balls on their legs, just like, playing a guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Like, that makes sense.
Like a gotta be a mariachi band, motherfucker. Be penises with a mariachi band.
They still get to wear the hat. They still get the little hat. They get the hat on top. I think it makes sense.
I want to play the trumpet.
Gotta have the plunger over the end.
Yeah, you need that. Yeah, you need that. Yeah, for sure.
I actually played trumpet in high school jazz band. So we didn't use a plunger. They actually have a fucking thing for that you buy at the fucking music store.
Yeah, this is mariachis.
How many years of did you play?
What's that?
I shouldn't have used the plunger for that.
I shouldn't have used the plunger.
Yeah. You guys should have told me sooner. I feel like you sit and the stick keeps hitting the person. It's like, I can't take the stick out. I can't use the plunger if it's only,
Look, Ryan looks like he's in the background throwing his plunger away.
Listen,
goddamn motherfuckers.
This show really hasn't done much for the hopelessness. We're fucked.
Yeah.
You got a Cleveland background on. That's your first problem. That is your first
Cleveland sucks.
Get yourself a motivational picture or something. Get a cat hanging from a thing that says "hang in there" or something.
Hey, I was totally thinking the cat hanging one. Just like, hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Fallujah has a better like
cityscape
than Cleveland most of the time. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
They got a better tourism board. They got better commercials.
Fallujah as a background. I feel like we
Fallujah as a background. I'm gonna download it. I'll have it next week.
Yeah, we should do that. I think that's good. I feel like that gives Ryan all the power and authority. It's
Cleveland
modern day Fallujah as his backyard.
Modern day Fallujah.
I don't know if I can take this from you, Akron, Campbell, Youngstown fucks. Like, I don't know what road you're on, but my city looks a lot better than your fucking city.
Hey, don't forget.
I've drove through your city. No,
look,
it doesn't.
Youngstown is fucked up, but let me fucking Cleveland, man. It was like Poland after World War II. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shit.
Oh, that's aggressive. How many people are in Youngstown? How many people are in Cleveland? What's the difference?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
I don't know.
You're all American. None of you know geography. Fucking
maybe double that.
How many Indians did the Canadians push out, motherfucker? What the hell?
Not enough. No.
Hold on, I'll find out here real quick.
All right. That's just a joke, everyone. Calm down.
I'm doing
Calm
Akron,
down,
New
everyone.
Cleveland.
Cleveland population.
Yeah.
Akron population 2020, 197,000.
Okay.
But do Youngstown because nobody lives in Akron.
Cleveland is 383,000. Canton is
383,000.
and then let's see
Youngstown population.
Let's see Youngstown.
So
Youngstown
my suburban,
Youngstown has
64,000.
64,000.
About 65. About 65. Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay.
Listen.
So none of those towns are even as big as the suburbia I grew up in, so that's
No.
fine.
No.
Small places.
No. Yeah.
We got 3 gas stations and 4 lights. Nothing.
Got a bunch of liquor stores and pawn shops.
Listen, that's all those liquor stores.
They cleaned up Toronto though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know what.
But there's a 7 million% tax on everything you fucking buy there.
Yeah, but your dollar's also worth like $1.30 here, so realistically, it bounced.
Has it changed? Has it changed back, or has it swung back our way?
I don't know yet. I haven't even been watching, to be honest.
I remember you walked into Canada with an American dollar, and that shit was like, "Why'd you bring this food stamp in here?"
At one time it was.
For real.
Yeah. I mean,
I got lucky when we go up sometimes when the exchange rate isn't bad. Our friends will change us even up because they live close enough to the border that they come across to the reservations in New York to get gas because gas is so much cheaper if you drive to the res. So they'll take our American money and spend it there. Oh, still, even now it is.
Yeah. Even now.
So they'll change us even up, so I don't have to worry about exchange rate.
Well, that's the thing is when you factor in how much the bank gets and everything, you're like, listen, depending on the amount you're moving, it's a fair trade, especially if you're going to use the Canadian dollars, right? Like and now they're all fancy like a rainbow.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Just for Pride Month, our money has gone gay. Everybody is welcome, no problem. Okay, that's fine.
To me,
hey man, I just want them to have a good time.
Stamps to me, the Canadian dollar always look like old school food stamps to me.
The coins were what did it for me. The dollar looks like friggin' Monopoly money now. But
that's what I'm saying. Don't act like you ain't never seen an old school food stamp, motherfucker.
I got in trouble on another show because I told people that I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to go to get food stamps or like someone EBT is something. Is that's a thing? And I'm like, I have no idea. I've never even had to contemplate it. So yeah, sorry. I know it exists. That's all I got, man.
Peasants.
Oh no! I look down on you. Wait, surfs, tops. No. Come on, that's guy.
I got a skill. I'm better than that. Please be a blacksmith or some shit.
Yeah, you can live in the big. You can live in
I'm
the
a
big
skilled
house.
tradesman. Fuck these bitches.
Yeah. That's the thing is like we grew up in a machine shop. I'm like, dude, I'm just a shit machinist. That's the problem. I'm like, I look like I should be a machinist or a garbage man. Like I look like the garbage man that carries around Oscar the Grouch. That's what I look like. And then people are like, wait, he can use words. What the fuck? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm actually better at words.
Somebody's trying to speak.
You can use words, just don't let him pet your rabbit.
Oh God!
Still masturbating in public though. Like,
oh God! Someone taught the ogre English and math. The world's over.
And I'll hug him and squeeze him and call him George.
I will call him George, and he will be my bestest of friends. Yeah, that's fine.
Where was that? I've been looking for that.
Guy,
shit.
Yeah, you know how many times that's happened where I've come around a corner and people are like, "What the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "Hello."
What the fuck are you?
Would you like to buy some steak out of my trunk?
Every morning my wife wakes up, she rolls over and says that. What the fuck are you?
Yeah.
You're not who I was sleeping with 10 seconds ago.
You're definitely not who I was thinking about.
Hey man, I have an ex-wife too. That's fine. It hurt a little bit. Okay. Hey, you change overnight. That's fine.
Look, Jared's gonna go upstairs and find a turd in his bed.
Joyce, Joyce won't do that. You know Joyce would just beat my ass.
Full circle.
I think that's more respectable.
yeah.
She wouldn't be passive aggressive and take a dump in my bed. If she had a problem with me, she'd just come up and punch me in the face.
And realistically, if she was going to take a dump, it'd be in your pillowcase, right? Like that's
correct.
That's the
Or in my
move.
shoe. She'd do it in my work shoes. Yeah.
If you have a boot you don't often use, that's where
she doesn't even
let it
have
ferment.
To poop. She could just use the head rag as toilet paper and then put it back.
Yeah.
And you know,
Never have a clue.
You
No,
guys
I
are
put it on
some
her
nasty shit plan. You guys are the ones, when you get fucking like 60, are going to be in the psych ward rubbing shit on the walls and stuff. Oh, fucking
Don't worry,
nasty.
Marco. You'll make it there before us.
I ain't going to be in the shit ward, though.
That's true.
Y'all know me. There's no poo play.
Mark will be the one spreading herpes.
That might be
yeah,
a fucking
for
thing.
sure.
You know, that might be a thing, but I ain't spreading herpes to the shit cover girl with the poo on her ass.
I feel like that's definitely a line you cross that you can't cross back. Like
I can
No,
see
yeah.
Brian sitting in the bathtub. I'm in sensory
If you
deprivation.
think
I got
paint
turds
shit,
on me.
yeah, like I've heard
You're
that
past-
a lot of. Well, people who get drunk, like people who are alcoholics, have covered like shit themselves and then like spread shit everywhere, and you're like, why? And they're like, I don't know, and I'm like, that's disgusting. Like on every level, I don't understand why. I don't get it.
I don't care how drunk I've ever been.
swamp ass, dude. Oh.
I don't care how drunk I've ever been. I'm not going to finger paint with shit.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Like, and listen, Marco, humidities are an issue, right? That's just a fact.
Right.
Humidities.
Yeah.
Rad's laughing because he's wiping right now.
Listen, I'm lucky, dude. There's a couple of thinner comics who still have like little man titties, and so they like during a hot summer show they start to sweat, and I'm like, guy, I'm 400 pounds and I got no sweat lines or nothing. It's hilarious because I will immediately point that shit out. Be like, hey, your tits are sweating there, guy. Your tits are sweating.
It makes you face. I got my COVIDs still.
My COVIDs.
Fucking gross. I have genetic superiority, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
God damn, this guy, he's cocky motherfucker.
It's very.
He's like, nah, I'm just full of shit.
But well, also that too. Like realistically, like I'm terrifying, but at the same time, I'm not trained or anything. I've just read a lot, and
I pray to Zeus.
I definitely look like I should get that part. I'm like, I should be able to throw lightning. That's if someone said, "Hey, what superpower?" That guy throws lightning for sure.
That would throw a good smart man and knock a motherfucker out.
I've known you for about a year now. You definitely should never be able to throw lightning. You would 100% misuse that. Day one or two, it would be justified. By day 3, like if the mailman didn't put your package right where you wanted it, like you would be smiting him.
I'd melt a shoe. I would bring back vindictive electrocution. That's what I would do. Just say, listen, people need remember it's in the face, and a little bit of electricity will help them. I think that's true.
I feel like Ryan's just upset because he knows he's going to be the first one waking up.
Immediately, I was right, and I'd get him right in his taint. Just a little, just so he couldn't really reach it, but also it was annoying. Just not a hard one, just a little.
From a distance, you look like you were shaved and naked.
No, thank you.
All right, with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this up here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thanks for none of our listeners, because nobody was listening to us. So, but when they do decide to listen to this, love you guys. My haters make me famous. Make sure you take care or take a watch out for the Wick Yards on June 18th. We got music, we got metal, we got comedy, we got us here. Acting a fool, it's a Halloween thing, $5 at the door, we'll have more details. We got Retired Scoundrels tomorrow, 2 o'clock. We got fucking Vinyl Thursday tomorrow night. We got motherfucking Full Album Friday and the Eargasm stay-at-home comedy show coming up on Friday. And, man, I'm fucking stoned. We're out.
Peace.
Night, y'all.